all getting older. It's not just me. As populations grow older and live longer, there's increasing pressure on the capacity to cover all future needs. It's great to have with us today Cristina Bellido Andújar, Chief Business Development Officer at VidaCaixa, the insurance group of Spain's CaixaBank. Cristina will share her perspective on aging and longevity, the role of technology in finding solutions, and how the insurance sector can play an important part in supporting people to live longer, healthier lives. Please welcome Cristina Bellido Andújar.
Okay. Hello, and I wanted to thank ITC Dia for inviting me to this presentation. I hope you enjoy it. As they presented in the video, I'm going to talk about the challenges and opportunities of longevity and how the insurance industry can help. As you can see, I've used this picture because you can see I've survived 3,000 years, so I look quite good for this aging period, but we're going to see what's the opportunity ahead for the insurance industries. Let me find this. A little bit about myself. Okay, yeah, I'm the Chief Business Development Officer at VidaCaixa. VidaCaixa, I'll talk about it a bit later. Why am I here? I've seen the topics have changed a little bit in ITC, and we're talking more about business, but still, my background is data. So I'm here to talk about how I see the industry can help, how technology can help, how data can help. I'm going to be a bit generalistic, but I just want to open your eyes about the big opportunity we have. I was Chief Data Analytics Officer for 2 years at VidaCaixa. Now I'm the Chief Business Development Officer. Which I want to bring with this slide is the importance of hybrid profiles in the insurance industry, people that know about data, that know about technology, people that are in business with all this background. What's VidaCaixa? VidaCaixa is the life insurance firm in the group CaixaBank. We are only life, but we own a different firms, Segurcaixa, and BPI, Vida e Pensoes, which is a firm in Portugal, and some other companies. And we are part of the group CaixaBank. The group CaixaBank was found, the group CaixaBank was originally founded in 1905 as Caixa de Pensions para la Vellesa. This is in Catalan. It's a mutual savings bank which was originally funded already to provide for older people. With the time, we have evolved to a leading banking group in Spain. And also VidaCaixa is the #1 in the Spanish market for the life insurance products. And we have offers in accumulation, in decumulation, and also in protection. This makes us the largest firm in Spain for life insurance, and we have more than 6 million customers, and we are characterized for innovating continuously to provide for our customers. So let's start with the challenge. The challenge is, here you can see the life expectancy at birth since the beginning of the last century to the end, to the 2000. It started with 30 years old. By the 2000s, we were at 80 years old. So we can see that it has increased sharply. But I think the interesting one is the one I'm showing now, which is life expectancy at 65. In the 1900s, it was 30 years old. It was plus 10 years at 65, so you were expected to live up to 75. Now it's almost up to 25. Sorry, in 2050, it would be around 25 plus 6. So if you got 65 in 1970, your life expectancy was 80 years. If you are going to retire next decade, in the 2030s, your life expectancy is 87.5. it doesn't seem much. It's only 7.5 years. But if you think in terms of savings for all people, we're talking that, these 15 years more, you have to save from 15 years to 22.5 years. That's plus 50% on your savings. I think society is not conscious about these numbers. These were very simple numbers. And we need to help society to understand that. But there's still more to go. People are arriving at 65 healthier. So they want to do more things. They are more active, they want to travel, they want to do all the things that your stress, long hours working time didn't allow you. So you get there at 65 and you want to do a lot of things. You are also more leisure-oriented. You want to travel, you want to do activities, because you are in good health when you get to 65. 60s are the new, I found this picture in the internet. I don't know if you know her. She's Demi Moore at 61. So probably the 60s are the new 30s, because you get to the 60s as if you were really, really young. But, and so this could imply that instead of having to save plus 50% versus the people in 50 years ago, you may have to save plus 75%. You have to save more because you're going to live longer and you want to do more things once you retire. Now, let's look at the bad things. You are also going to have increased healthcare costs because you are going to live for more years. And possibly, those last years, you are going to have even more expenses because you may get into dependency situations. Traditionally, people say that once you retire, your expenses are going to go down. But this is not really so. At some point, you may need care. And families are changing. You cannot expect your kids to take care of you. And you also don't want to be a burden to your family. So you really need to provide yourself for that. And also, we are facing lower public pensions. This is all numbers we all know, things we all know. But so our previous 75%, can it become a 100%? So are we facing a situation where people need to save double than the previous generations in order to face the future after retirement? So this is the challenge. But then there's the big opportunity. These are Spanish numbers. But as you can see, we're expecting that in 2030, about approximately 40% of the net worth will be held by people over 65. What does that mean? That means that we have to have products for these people to liquidate all this money they have, but also with the flexibility to cover for all the different needs they may have after that age. So going on again with the opportunity, this is a very simple graph where you see the moment that you have some time where you have to accumulate, then you get to the retirement age where it's a transition moment that's very important, where we have to help our customers, and then we have the declining time or the accumulation phase. So what can we do in every one of these phases? No? In phase number one, in the accumulation phase, you really need to do some periodic saving. No? You need to help your customers to do this. How can technology help there? We really need to work on digitalization of this process. We need startups, technology, gamification, processes where the people understand the need of these savings. And we need to work, as life insurance firms in long-run investment strategies, because these people are going to be saving for many, many years. So we need to help them to create a good saving pot. And we also need to use behavioral economics. People are not, these simple numbers I show you here, people are not conscious about them. I hope none of you feels bad after this presentation and you start looking at your savings. But we need to help people be conscious about that. They have a lot of biases. We need to work with them. We need to use a lot of data analytics to understand in which moment each person is in order to cover them. And we also need to do hybrid commoditization of products, because people, they may want to save for retirement, but they also need to protect other things. So we need to do products where they combine savings with protection. The next moment is this transition moment in retirement. It's a key moment. It's a key moment to be with our customers and to convince them to retire with us, because we, or your firm, will have to have the best solution for them at this point. And at this moment, again, it's very important, to do digitalization of the process, to use simulators. Simulators that help people understand what's going to happen and how they can invest their money or how they can liquidate their money. We need to have engagement programs where people decide to stay with us. We need to use behavioral economics to show people, how the future is going to evolve and what the risks they have in the future. And again, we need to use data analytics to understand every customer, how to personalize the offers. And then comes the last moment, the last point of the accumulation, which I think is really in the industry not very well approached, or not enough products are developed for this moment. The traditional one is, it's okay, you accumulate, and I calculate the years. I may have a monthly rent, but most of the people don't have the longevity cover. We need to work so that people don't live longer than their savings. And this is an opportunity for the insurance industry. Not only the insurance industry can cover longevity and make sure that that people do not survive their savings. Because some people may live like this, some people may live longer, so that you need to make sure that your savings are going to last longer. Some people may die sooner, and they may want to leave something for their heirs. And some people may not want to leave anything to their heirs. And now some people may want to have, a roller coaster where now they need more money, now they're sick, now the market goes up. So again, we need flexible products that adapt to every person. So what we need, again, in this accumulation phase is we need to work very much with wealth management and understand, what's the whole position of the customer. At this point, you need to understand what the customers have with you and what do they have in other companies. We need to work with annuities. Annuities is a great product, I think, and it's not very well exploited in all the markets. There are some markets where you say this name and everybody runs away from the room. But I think we need to, as an industry, we need to recover this product as one of the products that, as I was saying before, will make sure that nobody survives their savings. And we need to do some products that are flexible enough to adapt to every situation of the customers. And we need to think, how to combine protection products with the accumulation products that help our customers. We need to work with flexibility. We also need to do long-run investment strategies. These people are going to be with us for many, many years. Once you retire at 65, at least we're going to have 20 or 30 more years to stay with the firm. So you really need to think as to how cover the needs of these people. We also need to use, again, behavioral economics, hybridization of products. We need to think about inheritance. Some people may be interested in leaving some money to their kids. Some others may not. I also think there's a change in the culture in the world where, at least in Latin countries, people wanted to leave money to their heirs. But I think this is changing. We really are realizing that we need to consume all the savings we've done up to now. And this will mean the type of products that we need to develop are different. And we need to create services and approach dependency, creating dependency products that help customers at that old age cover all their needs. So you as an industry need to be ready for long-term relationships with your customers. And that makes a different approach. It's in the life business, you need to think in the long run, and you need to invest in the long run to help your customers. So what's in there for you as a technologies or insurtechs or people from the industry? we need to work on simulators. We need to help people be able to do this journey on their own or with some help from agents, but still we need to work in technology to create these simulators that help people understand what's their situation and how much money they need to save and how they're going to accumulate this money. We need to work with we can use AI for engagement programs, for people staying with us, for people spending the money in the right way. We need to develop reverse subscription. I don't know if you know this term, but traditionally, when you're young, the insurance firms, what they do is they ask you for your health, and they only take you if you are in good shape. But in the case of old people, it may be the other way around. So it's not that you want them to die the sooner the better, but you may do different pricing based on the health of those people. They are called the enhanced annuities. So here we also need some different type of subscription where you need data, you need models, and you need to take different approaches to how to personalize products. We need to create ecosystems. We're all talking about car ecosystems, home ecosystems. What about a senior ecosystem? A place where our customers can enjoy different services that they can only get through your firm, provide care, provide leisure services. So I think the senior ecosystem is one of the ones that's going to grow faster in the following years. You need to think about annuities. I'm sure in all of your markets, annuities is something that has some space, and you need to provide it because the longevity problem is going to be a big problem in the next years. We need robots, robotization. These robots in the home of the old people, of the senior people, reminding them to take their pills, helping them in small things in the house, helping in the shower, many different opportunities there where you can put technology at work for all people. You need data, of course, data to follow these people all over to understand what their needs are, to personalize products and to engage people. You need prevention. This is something that has come in different moments and different places, but also prevention in all people is important. Changing behavior, just making them go out of the house, walk a little bit, eating well, eating fruit. This is something that is going to change their quality of life. It's going to reduce the dependency expenses. So we need to work as an industry to make sure these people get the help they need or get all the information they need to change their behavior. We need services around, care services, how we put technology. There's not going to be enough people in the future to take care of all the old people we're going to be around. So we really need to put technology into those firms that do services, care services, to make sure that these people are going to be taken care of. We need all these care services. We also have to find out a loneliness epidemic vaccine. Loneliness is one of the main causes for neurological diseases and for early death in all people. And this is an epidemic that's all over the world. So the other day I was in a startup event, and there was this social platform where all people can get involved, because people, they want something special for them. They have different abilities, digital, different abilities. They want to relate different, so we need to adapt products to them. We need digitalization, but also in a different way. Maybe as you get older, you see less, you hear less, you understand things difficult, you're always afraid that someone is going to do some fraud on you. So we need to do a different digitalization. We are always thinking about, digitalization for very young and smart and fast people. And sometimes we have to think about different way of digitalization. We need to think about new products, I was saying, products that help these people have a healthy, full life with the savings they were able to have. And we also need to have new services that we think help these people for the latest years of their life. So these are all ingredients that you are seeing over here. You just need to find out how these ingredients that we have in this fair can be helping all people, how you can adapt them, and how you can, make the life of the older people better, because we're going to have a lot of them in the future. They're probably going to be 50% of the population in the following years. So I think we should start looking at this opportunity more carefully. And that's it.